again here, then I will look to be long on the futures again if it's like that. So 45.27 is the mean on the 1 hour. That's a bounce spot. If that misses, we come down to the mean on the weekly. For now, nothing says it's gonna push down, but let's see. 45.27, and if that breaks, then we're looking for 4500 even on actually 44.92, which is where the 5 is sitting on the daily. That's what we're looking for. Uh, uh, Life is not complete without Tesla. So look at Tesla. And I will be trading Tesla on this chart today, which is a 3-minute chart. I will be aggressively trading Tesla in and out, in and out, in and out. So I don't think I'll be announcing a whole lot of trades around that. But you have to base your trades if you're scalping or going heavy, short time, high frequency basically, high frequency, high volume trade. That's what I plan to do in Tesla. Looking for Tesla 1055. At this point, it's just bumped up to even see that thing come down. But yeah, it is what it is. Uh, share, share increasing the number of shares and the stock goes up multiple times. That's absurd. But here we are. That's the mean quality thing that we're going to have in here. If it comes down 1034, will it come down? That's not the question, but yeah. Let's see. So Tesla highs was 1080, and the 1080 was kind of sitting there, but I did not expect this 1080 to happen right now. I was looking to participate that after a push down, but Tesla didn't wait. Last time they announced the split, I think the stock actually came down. Looking for the split. Here's the split. Here's the split. Right here. So last time they announced the split, this is where the split was, 5 to 1, and this is what the stock did. Came down all the way from 500 to 330. That's what the stock did. So close to what, about 35%, I think, 35, 40%, I suppose. So that's what the stock did last time. It was trading at around 500, came down to 330. And well, you could hope, even this spread does the same thing. Uh, I am still holding my about close to a little over 600 shares, which I got assigned. I will be looking for an exit on those, but if this scenario happens, I'll try to hold on to those. But this time around, this seems like pretty much it's not going to happen. Because after the split, this push down. I don't see this happening, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The 200 line is still above here, and the 200 line is right here for the stock right now, 860 or something. The stock is trading around, I think it hit 180 around here. We would have caught that move to 180 just about here, but it happened pre-market, but so couldn't do much. In if you see logically, the technicals are telling that it will come back down, but Tesla is Tesla. It's a meme, a glorified meme. It's a bloody car with the iPad attached to it. So and for $50,000, you figure it out. So why is Tesla stopping where it's stopping? It's fairly straightforward. We were looking for this number last night as well. So it went there, and I think 1070, 1080 is what we were looking for in Tesla. We have played it, but uh, yep. So it went here, and I think it's coming back down all the way from here, 1080. So it hit the third standard deviation and pushing down from there. Will it come back down to the second standard deviation? Anybody's guess. If it breaks below second standard deviation, I think it's the five is the 100 is sitting around 980. Uh, well, give or take 100 points from where it is right now. Will that happen? I don't. I honestly don't know the answer to that. But whichever case. So if it comes down, so first standard is sitting at 1080, 1010. Sorry, it will come back down to that price at least if it has to pull back. So this is the third standard deviation. This is the second standard deviation. So at least it has to come down to that price. If it breaks below there, the 100 is sitting around 980. Let's see if that plays out the way that we want it to play out. But to the upside, I think for now it's fully priced in. The upside is fully priced in at 1080. If it breaks 1080, this is the number we are looking for, 1170. So 1120 is where I would, if 1080 breaks, then 1120 is where I think it should push. And I think if 1120 breaks, then this is where it is headed, 1170. So that's the Tesla thing. That's the price path for Tesla. And now let's see. Do some SPX. Yesterday we had the good watch list for I think about 7 to 8 stocks, uh, and the whole thing with right now the whole Russian oil thing is playing out well. It is playing out the way it is supposed to play out, with Russia asking for payment in rubles, and the countries that pay Russia are not willing to do that. Uh, so I don't know. I don't know. At this point, their logic is totally fucked up. And just with that news, oil should have bounced, but oil is pushing down. So uh, the way you can control the market right now is, it's pretty much. I don't want to fan the conspiracy theories or anything, but it's not doing what it is supposed to do. It is defying the logic right now. Of course, given that the money is coming out of bonds and it needs to find a place, uh, probably it will find a place in stock and as well as crypto. That was pretty much given, but given the world economic conditions right now, that doesn't make sense. Right? That just doesn't make sense. Uh, the word global recession is being thrown around like every other speaker is saying the word, uttering the words global recession, and the market is doing pretty much nothing. So yeah, you figure what's going on there. George, morning. Yeah, we're looking to cross. Yes. And the other thing that I want to go into before I get into cost or GS is Apple. So Apple, we were looking for a downside on Apple before it can push higher. I think we got that downside just about right uh, morning hours as well. So yeah, this was supposed to happen. So we thought that I was trading a bit of Apple during the morning hours. I couldn't catch all of this. Caught a bit of it. I think probably a little bit of downside and probably a little bit of upside. Couldn't trade a whole lot here. Uh, and I'm watching for Apple bounce after this downturn. And this is the reason I'm looking for an Apple bounce. And if it can bounce off of that 1 hour chart, that would be nice. And now it is getting a result and it is hitting the super trend. This is the reason I got out. Probably my theory is I think it will push up a little bit, then test the super trend again and break it and test this 50. That's my theory on Apple, and this is the reason for that. Well, of course, if Tim Cook comes back and says we are splitting Apple, then again this will go probably I don't know 200 times whatever the fuck is happening right now. So that's unpredictable. So this is where I think Apple should proceed to 170, 50 or somewhere around that. Yeah. And this is where I think Apple will proceed to. If it hadn't hit that number pre-market already, 170, some 70 around that number, that a bounce should happen here. And if that breaks below, I think it will test 169.80 for Apple. And of course, it will bounce there and start to push up again into this 173.80. Mean is sitting at 166. I don't think that is going to come down to that number. But if 171 or 170.80 breaks here, which is again a lot deeper than what this is where it will bounce around 170, 180. And then a push towards probably the mean will come, and probably after that it will push back down to this number. It will test again 170, 170, and probably to push down to 170, 120. If this breaks, then we can look for a push down towards 170.80. Coming back to SPX rallied on Friday and it closed above its mean on the weekly. And this is a good sign if you're long the markets. I think if it bounces around 45.32, right around here, if it bounces, I think we were looking for a push down towards this number, 45.30, and probably around here, 45.28. It has to bounce around here. And if it bounces from this number, 45.35, where is SPY right now? 452. Right. So I think if it can bounce from this mean, I think we push higher into 458. And if it can come back below the mean, I think we'll come back and test this number around 447. The downside is I think capped for now for SPX. It looks like we're gonna, we have a lot of support. Let's say we have a lot of support around these numbers. And on the 1 hour, we have a lot of support around 4501. Not looking for 4501 yet, but if futures break below 4527, then probably we'll look for this number 4502. As of now, I'm not looking at it. Let's see how that plays out. As of now, as of where things stand, I'm not looking at it. But if futures break below this number, 4527, then we're looking for it. Yeah, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Aliens, probably. Probably, yeah. All right. Uh, sounds muffled. Oh, fuck. Again, I did it. It should sound better now.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yep. So I didn't plug in my mic. That was the thing. Sheesh. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. SPX. We are looking for SPX. We are looking at futures to come back down to this number, 4527 around here, or 4528. This range it should bounce. And if futures don't bounce around there, then we are looking for futures to come back down to 4502, or SPX to come back down to 4502. That's what we're looking for. Currently, SPY is sitting right at the mean on the weekly. It's sitting above that as a support. If that breaks below it, then we can look for 446. I don't think there is 446 happening today. Uh, but well, I don't think it's happening today. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we still have enough room to the upside. 4593 is what I'm watching on weekly for SPX. SPX has to clean this number here to clear this number here to push up 45, 46, somewhere around here. So this is the 100 that is acting as resistance right now. Uh, Two things. Williams R is pointing. It is outside of the range right now, and the average on the RSI is starting to slope, but the actual RSI is still pointing up. So if the actual RSI pushes above here, the 100-day, then we could look for a push above into 45.85. Then eventually we will push into 45, or let's say 45.93, and let's round that up at 4600. So around here, 458 is what we are looking for on SPY. Maybe a little higher, 460, maybe 460, somewhere around this number, 459 to 460 on SPY. Let's see how that plays out. And the other one that was GS. Still has room to the upside on the weekly, and I think we can test if it can clear the 5, which is right now it's sitting below it, and I think it will go test the 340, 344 to 345 again. This is where the resistance is for GS. 343 is acting as resistance, and if we can clear that, we'll test again. We'll test 345 again on the weekly. If you see, there's enough momentum for that to happen. Earnings are 14 April. That's a little far out. So the way that I want to be trading Tesla, sorry, GS is like this. I'll have these three out. US 10Y. Keep that thing. It is for now. It is coming down. and then I'll have XLF. This is the ETF, and then I'll have my GS here. This is how I want to play this, right? So if it pushes down, this will come back down, and this has to come back down. And I will get involved in GS again after it clears this number, this resistance here, which is the 50 on the hourly. I'll get involved here, and then I'll play it to this line again, 341. This will be a clean trade. And if it clears this number, I'll be looking for 344.50. Will that happen? Well, this it's strange enough that it hasn't happened already. Uh, and but let's see how this plays out. ETF actually pushed up into after hours, and it's coming right back down now. Interest rates, I mean, the 10-year is sitting at 2.5, close to 2.5, and GS is not behaving the way it is supposed to behave. So keep an eye on that one. Don't jump into any trades without having your solid logic.
When already gapped
Good
up.
into
Damn.
right? Who's mad? Who's mad? It's too much. So if you're trading chips, this is how you want to be doing: SOX, SMH, and probably AMD or NVIDIA or uh, LTRX, LRCX. This is the one I am eyeing for now. LRCX. This is the one I'm eyeing for now. Let's see how this plays out. MSFT, we did last night. MSFT, we did MSTR, we did Coin, LRCX. Yep, we did that one too. Last night, and that's all in charting session from the last night. And I think we did not do Costco. So let's get into Costco and HD too. Yep, yep. HD, we're looking for the downside. 307 is what we're looking for. Costco looking really good, and I think it will push into 571. It has enough juice for it to push into 571. 564 is what I want to see on Costco. 564, 565, because that's where the Bollinger Band is pointing to on the monthly. And 570, if it clears the 565, then we're looking for 570. And let's see if we can get Costco here. This these two, there were two dojis, and this is the same scenario what was happening on industrials as well. Two dojis in a row, and this so far this logic has failed. It was supposed to continue this way, but fuck it, it's not happening. So I'll play along. I'll play along the dumb side. Doesn't matter what logic says. I'll play along the dumb side and probably look to go along with everything. It doesn't matter. So 555.60 is where it is sitting right now. And if it breaks below here, there's a good amount of push down that can happen around 543 and probably 540 and then 538 to the downside. And to the upside, we have 565. Right now, upside looks better than the downside. 565, and then probably a push into 570. That's how Costco looks like right now. All right, guys. So, and the last one that HD. So this is what we're looking for on HD to come back down to 307, 308 if it hasn't done already, but it has to come back down here and bounce off of this number. That's the clean play on HD. Either you could look to the downside or once it hits this number, look for an upside. It will be a clean play. 303 is not out of the question. If it can't bounce around here at its 100 on the weekly, then there is a good chance that will push down to 390. So let's round that up at 304. So this is one of the plays that I'll be looking, and of course I'll be playing Tesla. And Apple, don't want to play this because it's for now it's not a high beta name for me. I'll be looking to play Tesla, and I'll be looking to play LRCX, and most likely I'll get into HD as well. All right, guys. So 3 minutes left. Good luck. And for those who are suffering from Tesla short, well, I'm in the same boat with you. Let's see how we can find an exit in that. Good luck, guys. I'll catch you up in Sanity.